Good afternoon, students. Today, once again, I am back, Joydeep Datta, teacher of English of Jhajia Gopal Chandra High School and formerly associated with Devra Horimuti Saraswat Vidyamandir. Today, I would like to discuss with you a shipwrecked sailor by Daniel Defoe. It is in your class 9 syllabus. Actually, the first page of the topic, page number 83, will be discussed today. When I was a student of your age, I was a little boy like you. At that time, I personally went through the text Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe, and actually it was such a fascinating text, and I was so fond of Robinson Crusoe after going through the stupendous adventures that he made. Really, I still have not got rid of the spell that Robinson Crusoe once upon a time cast over me. So today, I would like to discuss with you the first page of A Shipwrecked Sailor by Daniel Defoe. Let's have a lucid reading at first. On September 30, 1659, I, miserable Robinson Crusoe, being shipwrecked during a violent storm, came on shore on this dismal island. I call it the island of despair. I was almost dead, and the rest of my ship's company was drowned. I had neither food, house, nor clothes. I feared I would be devoured by the wild beasts. When night came, I slept in a tree for fear of wild creatures. It rained all night. So, in the very beginning, we have come across a calamity, not only in the world, rather in the personal life of Robinson Crusoe too, because Robinson Crusoe has come across a severe calamity in his life, both in the form of shipwreck and in the form of his own personal life, because the ship has been totally drowned and all his company, a company means the people who were with Robinson Crusoe, all of them have got a watery grave. All of them have drowned. Okay, so he has lost everybody who was with him. And what happened? He came to a dismal island. The island was totally dismal. Dismal means totally secluded. The island was totally secluded and no people were there. So that sort of island which he found himself in, he went ashore there. I call it the island of despair. Robinson Crusoe gave it a name, the island of despair. Island of despair, despair means hopelessness, where there is no hope. Hopelessness, complete hopelessness looms large. Okay, so this is the island of despair because Robinson Crusoe went there. Actually, Robinson Crusoe did not go there intentionally, rather, he was compelled to go there. Rather, he went there, and when he went there, he found himself totally alone. He was quite all alone there. So it was an island of despair. He could not found any silver line of hope there. So it was totally an island which was unmanned. I call it the island of despair. I was almost dead, and the rest of my ship's company was drowned. He was almost dead. Almost dead means he could visualize at that time the near death. He guessed that death was coming most probably to carry him to his own land. I had neither food, house, nor clothes. So it's a peculiar situation. He had neither food, nor house, nor clothes. That means the basic necessities of life. These are the basic requirements of life. None of his basic requirements were available there. I feared I would be devoured by the wild beasts. The land was infested with wild beasts. The land was full of wild beasts. Wild creatures were there. Different wild creatures were there, and they might enjoy Robinson Crusoe to be their meal. Therefore, he was totally afraid of all of them. When night came, I slept in a tree for fear of wild creatures. It rained all night. When night came, and with the nightfall, he was all the more afraid. And as he was totally very much afraid of the wild creatures, he slept in the branches of the tree. So I think you can very easily understand what a crucial situation it was. Is it possible to sleep in the branches of the tree? It's not possible because there might be some case of disbalance there. But in spite of that, he had to do it. He had to sleep in the branches of the tree in order to keep himself safe and secure from the paws of the wild creatures. It rained all night. So it was raining all night. That means this situation added to his misfortune. The rain continued through the next day with gusts of wind. So there was total calamity. All over there was calamity. He was shipwrecked. He was a shipwrecked sailor. He has already faced his personal tragedy. In spite of that, what happened? There was rainfall in the outside world. So naturally, there was gusts of wind. It was a violent storm. So obviously, you can very easily understand, I think, what a great trauma, what a great trouble he was in. Only a wreck of my ship was to be seen at low water. I swam to the wreck to rescue and secure for my survival some food and other provisions. Hopefully or fortunately, a wreck from the ship that was already wrecked, that wreck came. Okay, the wreck was discernible. A wreck was seen at low water. And what happened? Robinson Crusoe, he decided to swim to there. He decided to swim there. And after swimming to that wreck, he collected some food and some provisions. I was able to collect some wood, cable, string, a knife, nails, and a gun. So some important things were rescued at that time. I also collected a hammock and some canvas with which I made a tent. I got some ink and paper. I also found some money, but they were useless to me in this barren island. It's a fantastic line. Actually, he got some money. Actually, people are so much greedy. People are so much greedy about money. So in spite of getting money, he didn't feel elated. He didn't feel elated. Why? Because money was of no use, or the currency notes were of no use, because there was no shop there. There was no shop. Nothing to buy, nothing to sell. So naturally, the currency notes were nothing but a bundle of papers there. I also found some money, but they were of no use at the time. I was some 100 leagues out of the ordinary course of the trade of mankind. I was convinced that I had to spend the rest of my life alone in this wild, desolate island. So he was totally convinced. Robinson Crusoe was totally convinced that he had to spend the entire life in that dismal island. He had to spend the entire life in that dismal island. He could not find any silver line of hope. He could not find even a very tiny iota of hope there. So therefore, Robinson Crusoe was totally convinced that he had to spend the entire life there. So such was the situation that Robinson Crusoe was in after he was shipwrecked, after he met his personal tragedy in the form of shipwreck. So today, up to this, the discussion is up to this. I think you have understood the first page of your piece, A Shipwrecked Sailor. The next video, when I will upload the next video, you will get the discussion later on. Okay, up to this today. Thank you very much.